Paul says, I have not arrived. Then he says, but one more thing. Let me rephrase that last statement. I have pulled together all my thoughts, goals, and purpose, and shaped them into a single goal, a single purpose. Have any of you worked your way through Rick Warren's book, The Purpose-Driven Life? About 6 or 7 years ago, our church went through that study together. Rick lays out 5 specific purposes for each individual life. I won't go over those purposes. I just want to point out that we all need to center in on what our purpose is. We have a tendency to fragment ourselves, having dozens and dozens of targets in life. One fellow once said he had too many irons in the fire. I believe that he was wrong. Each one of us only has one iron. You may have one iron in too many fires. You may only have one life, one day, 1 hour. Yet are you trying to put your iron in too many places? We have to decide where we are going to put our lives. Decide what our goals and purpose is going to be. Paul said, one thing I do. Here's an illustration for you today. I'm not a hunter. I'm not a bird hunting twice, one time. We started, this was a story I found on the internet. It says, I'm not a hunter. I've been bird hunting twice. One time we started a convoy of quail. They shot up in the air. As they did, I shot at the branch of them. Missed every one. My friend aimed at one. Pal aimed and another one pal. And the third pal, 3 shots, 3 dead quail. We are not to shoot at the convoy. We need to center our aim. Listen again to Philippians 3:13, verse 14. I press forward. I press towards the mark of the high prize of the high calling in Christ Jesus. That's what we've got to do tonight. We've got to press forward tonight. I would like to reduce that to 6 little words. 3 couplets. Forget yesterday, number 1. Forgetting what is behind. That is hard to do. Yet life is less than what it can be if we keep carrying around all of yesterday's problems that burden us down. Paul says we are to forget. Paul does not mean to erase the past from our minds. Look at verse 4. Paul was recalling some things from yesterdays of his life. He hadn't erased them from his mind. He was, however, making a conscious refusal to let all the stuff absorb his attention and impede his progress. What is impeding your progress today? What is stopping you from getting to point A to point B? That's only you tonight. Nobody can stop you. Only you when you listen to the words people say or the ties people put upon you, or they remind you of your past. The past is a past, and the past you cannot change. We all have a past, and we all have things we wish we could change. We can't. But God can make us and mold us into what He would have us to be tonight. The past is not a place to stop at, but a place to build upon. That's what we've got to do tonight. We've got to build upon the past, learn from our mistakes, and go on with life. Hebrews 12:1. The race is now. It's time to take off the weights and take off the sweatsuits today. It's time to pick up the pace. And it's time to start obeying the Lord. It's time to start listening and start obeying tonight. And letting the past be just that. The past. The past is just where it needs to be. And that's behind us. Tonight we need to press forward. Hebrews 12:1 says, Wherefore seeing we were all compassed about with such a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doeth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us.